Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here, bringing you your latest news on PUBG. Now, earlier on today I put a video up and that was regarding the Xbox patch for the game, the latest patch for the game. And this is the patch notes for the PC version of the game which have just been released today. I think the patch actually goes live today as well. And it's quite a large update, so I'm going to go and read the full statement that Battlegrounds have put out because I believe it's got some important news in it recently, especially regarding cheats, which is something that's become quite prevalent of late. There was a massive ban wave not so long ago and things quietened down a little bit, but then things have started to perk up again for the cheaters. So my personal opinion on this, I will give you that at the end of the video, but first of all I'll go ahead and read this statement. Players, as we have said on numerous occasions, we are committed to creating a fair play environment in PUBG and are always looking for ways to decrease the amount of active cheats and their users. As part of our latest efforts in this direction, we are adding a new way to report suspected cheaters in-game. Starting with the current test build, once the testing is complete, this feature will be moved onto the live servers as well. You will be able to report players directly from the replay feature of our game. This means that you will no longer need to be killed by a suspected cheater for you to be able to use the in-game reporting tool. We encourage you to use the replay report tool as it is an effective and efficient way of making us aware of the players who are undermining your enjoyment of the game. Please refer to the patch notes below for a more detailed explanation of how to use the new in-game report feature. We've continued to stabilise the game performance since the 1.0 release. We will be tweaking a few things to improve the performance of the game without compromising any gameplay elements. For example, in this test build we have reduced the visible distance while in the air. This will improve the performance of the server and client in the beginning of the match. We plan to make small changes to the starting island too in order to achieve similar goals. We will also be testing the new Crete system with 2 new crates. We know some of you have been looking forward to this. One crate will be free to open and the other will require a key. Every test server user will be granted 1000 BP and 6 early bird keys, the new unified PUBG crate key that can open Desperado and Gamescom crates, so that they can test the new crates and the items within. Each time you spend BP to get a crate, you will get one of the 4 available. There will be a much higher chance of getting one of the 2 new crates. You can see the exact percentage values below. The BP value, the new items and the keys won't be transferred to live accounts. They are granted purely for the purposes of testing to make sure that everything stays stable once the test build is moved to the live servers. As always, all our crate items are purely cosmetic in nature and provide no gameplay advantage. And if you want to read more about the crate system, I've got some images to put on screen which show you the drop rates, but there is also a link in the description below to the FAQ for that. It tells you how to go about buying them, what you can do with them, how much they cost, the $2.50 worldwide in case you're wondering. So yeah, if you want to check that out, it's in the description below. So moving on to the actual things that have been put into this patch. First of all, for World, they've added more objects around La Bendita on Miramar to increase the amount of cover. For gameplay, obviously, as they've just said, reduce the visible distance when parachuting down in order to test the optimization of server and client performance at early phases of the game. For items, they've changed the design of the energy drink. Now this is an important one. Have they changed it, the actual look of it? Have Red Bull been in touch by any chance? Because the energy drink does look like a Red Bull. I mean, when you think energy drink, your first thought is Red Bull. So, but there's nothing more on that. I'm wondering if Red Bull have maybe sent a letter to them. Excuse me, cough up a bit of cash. Anyway, for UI and UX, they've adjusted squad team colours, players 1 to 4, to better reflect their call-out names yellow, orange, blue and green. Adjusted squad team colours to make them more consistent between different colourblind options. Added a function where a player can select more detailed criteria for the cheating category in the in-game reporting tool. You can choose multiple items or you can just report without selecting any of them. For replays, while player's nameplate is on H key, now you can check the current weapon of the player by pressing G key. Added report button in replay. Report buttons pop up when pressing right mouse button on the player list, tab key. While observing/following mode, report button appears in the timeline as J key. Added a care package icon changing effect according to the status. This icon will be different when the care package is falling and looted by other players. Adjusted replay system so that now a player can watch the replay without extra delay in the following cases: solo mode, when the player won the match, when all teammates are eliminated. And for bug fixes in this patch, we have fixed the issue where when a player lands from the plane, the position of the character teleports immediately. Fixed the issue where character animation is frozen when rejoining after a crash. Fix the issue where the red zone disappeared instantly after it formed. Fix the issue where some vehicles spawned on Miramar are stuck to an object and unable to move. Fix the issue where a player sometimes couldn't pass through a door even though it was open. Fix the issue where mouse cursor would disappear on a replay map. Fix the issue where when a player and death cam were played, the crosshair was bouncing. Fix the issue where the falling speed meter text was showing abnormally in Portuguese. For new contents, of course, this is all about the crates. They've added the 2 new crates, one free and one is paid. You can open the paid crate with the early bird key, which is purchasable in the Steam market. In order to test the stability, 100,000 BP, and 6 keys have been granted to each account in the test server only. The below chart shows the crate box drop rate. And you can see from the images on the screen the percentage at which things drop within both of these crates. So quite an extensive update for the 1.0 version, and as I say, they're focusing on the cheating, and this is kind of my personal opinion on this. I've started to play PUBG a lot more just recently. I've got back into it. I had quite a lull from it for at least a few months, to be fair. I got into playing other games and I didn't concentrate too much on Battlegrounds. I was still putting out the update videos, of course, but I wasn't really playing it myself. But I've gone back to it recently. I've put quite a few hours in over the last week or so, and quite a few of the players that I play with and I talk to on YouTube, one of them, Bobo Plays, he's just come back to playing the game. He's been quite busy, so he hasn't been able to get much playtime in, and one of the first things he tweeted was that he was just sick of the cheats. And I've got to say that everybody I know that's playing this at the moment is complaining about the amount of cheats that are out there right now. It's simply overflowing with them at the moment. And how do you sort this? Well, BattleEye are the people that police the PUBG servers, if you want, and they're the ones that issue the bans. And whilst they're obviously doing a good job, I think they hit 1.5 million bans not so long ago, and they ban a few thousand people every day altogether, I think. I just don't think that there's much to put people off. You know, it's quite easy just to go and get another copy of the game and carry on where you left off. And when I look to back in the day when I used to play Counter-Strike Source and I had a clan and we had something like 30-40 active members at the time, one of the things you didn't mess about with was Valve's anti-cheat system. You cheated in that game, you lost your Steam account. It was as basic as that. And I think something at the Steam level needs to happen to help this game along. Obviously this game is a big boon for Steam, it's pushing records on Steam, it gets them a lot of attention. Obviously they're getting a cut of every game that's sold. So I think they need to look at being able to do something with Steam. Maybe if you're caught and proven to be cheating, then something needs to happen to your Steam account. It needs to be maybe locked for 30 days, or you lose the use of it altogether, or you're removed from playing games online for other games in your library. I don't know. The options are there. I don't really know how they'd work out or whether they would be able to do it in a real world scenario. But I think something needs to happen at the Steam level, and I think it's not going to stop cheating. Nothing's going to stop cheating. But that would put a lot of people off. A lot of people have invested a lot of money in their Steam accounts, and if, for instance, you cheated in one game and this is right, then there's, you know, say like a 3 strikes and you're out kind of policy, you're going to think twice. You're going to think, hang on, I don't want to lose access to my Steam account permanently or even temporarily. So would that change things? I don't know, but there are options out there, and I think more needs to be done now. You can't just simply rely on this BattleEye. I'm not saying that they are doing a good job. I think obviously if they wasn't around, PUBG would just be completely unplayable, but at the moment it's becoming unplayable for a lot of people. So, and one thing that we've all noticed is that in third person it seems to be a lot more prevalent than it does in first person. Not sure why that is. I think maybe because third person was around a lot longer, the cheats were a lot more, you know, a lot more cheats were created for third person simply. I don't know. But yeah, that's my take on things. I think a lot more needs to be done. Paid crates, another controversial move. This was something that came around when Gamescom was around, and a lot of people wasn't happy about it. It then went away and now it's back, and it looks, from this, it looks as though it's a permanent feature now, being able to have a paid crate. Me personally, I've got no issues with it. You know, $2.50 for a crate for cosmetic items. If people want to pay that, that's up to them, you know. Fair, go for it. Would I pay it? Not really too bothered. Cosmetic items, you know, I don't care really what my character looks like, but it does rile a lot of people when paid items come into games. They don't like it, so I would assume that there'll be some quite shitty videos go up about this. There'll be a few people that jump on the bandwagon with it, but you know, I am bothered about it. It doesn't bother me. The replay system for thingy and cheats, I'm going to be interested to see how that works. I know a few of the people that I play with will be looking into that quite a lot, so we will see some videos of that quite soon. I might even actually look at it myself. So, but yeah, quite a big update for the game, a good one. It's quite crushing a lot of bugs, especially the one I've had it recently where I've crashed and I've gone back into a game and I haven't been able to move. I actually got stuck in a jeep. But fortunately for me, the squad that I was playing managed to park it in the garage, so I had some cover. They knew exactly what had happened to me. So, but yeah, I'm glad that one's been fixed. And the other ones, opening a door and not being able to walk through, haven't had that one myself, but I can imagine that that's really, really annoying. So, yeah, a good update. They keep pushing them out, and hopefully this anti-cheat reporting thing will catch a lot more cheats. Definitely needs to change on that front, does this game. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care.